A major transformation is knocking on the door of India's education system, and if it goes through, it could rewrite the future of millions of students, teachers, and universities across the country. The upcoming winter session of Parliament, starting on December 1st, may witness the introduction of one of the biggest and boldest reforms in the history of higher education, the Higher Education Commission of India Bill, a bill that promises to replace multiple existing regulators with one single powerful body and bring India's complex education framework under a unified structure. So, what will change? Why is this reform needed? And how will it impact students and colleges across India? If you are a student, a teacher, a parent, or someone dreaming of studying abroad or building a career in academics, this is something you must understand. So, let's break it down in simple words. In a major development for India's education system, a historic change is expected to take shape in the upcoming winter session of Parliament starting on December 1st. The government is preparing to introduce the Higher Education Commission of India Bill, commonly known as the HECI Bill, which aims to completely reform and modernize the way higher education is regulated in our country. This bill proposes one single regulator for all higher education institutions, replacing the existing bodies such as the University Grants Commission (UGC), the All India Council for Technical Education (AICTE), and the National Council for Teacher Education (NCTE). At present, India follows a fragmented system where the UGC monitors non-technical universities, AICTE oversees technical institutions like engineering and management colleges, and NCTE controls the standards for teacher education programs. Because these bodies operate separately, colleges often face delays, confusion, and lengthy approval processes. The HECI bill is being introduced with the belief that one unified regulator will bring clarity, efficiency, and faster decision making. This move is a part of vision set by National Education Policy 2020, which strongly recommended that the higher education regulatory framework must undergo a complete overhaul if India wants to compete globally and improve educational quality. Under the new structure, HECI will be responsible for the regulation, accreditation, and getting academic and professional standards for universities and colleges. The bill aims to ensure that every institution in India follows uniform guidelines, maintains academic quality, and meets national benchmark for teaching and research. The government believes that the removing of overlapping authorities will reduce bureaucratic hurdles and make the system easier for students, teachers, and institutions to understand and follow. However, it is important to note that medical and law colleges will remain outside the jurisdiction of the new commission. Their regulation will continue independently due to the specialized nature of those fields. Also, funding for institution will not be handled by HECI. The financial aspect will remain under the control of the administrative ministry, which means that the regulator will not have the power to distribute or stop grants. This separation is being introduced so that regulation and financial management do not interfere with each other. The idea of creating a single higher education regulator is not new. The first draft of the HECI bill was introduced in 2018 and proposed to repeal the UGC Act. However, the move was paused after public debate and feedback from stakeholders. The proposal regained momentum when Dharmendra Pradhan took over as the education minister in 2021 and began pushing for reform. He has consistently argued that India's higher education system needs to be strengthened to improve the quality of teaching, increase research opportunities, and raise the global reputation of Indian universities. The NEP 2020 also states that without a strong and modern regulatory system, India cannot build an education structure capable of supporting innovation, creativity, and a skilled workforce for the future. If implemented successfully, the HECI bill could bring several major changes. Colleges may experience faster approval of courses, collaborations, and new programs. Students could benefit from improved standards and more globally accepted degrees. Universities may receive more academic freedom to pursue research and partnership without excessive paperwork. A single regulatory body could bring transparency and create a trust among students, parents, and international institutions. It may also help reduce conflicts that currently occur when UGC and AICTE issue different or overlapping guidelines. However, experts also warn that the transition will not be easy. Some universities are concerned that strict regulation may affect their autonomy. Others worry about how smoothly the responsibilities of the UGC, AICTE, and NCTE will be merged. Private institutions are particularly watching closely as many of them face criticism for issues like delayed salaries of teachers, faculty exploitation, lack of permanent staff, and overwork. Teachers hope that the new commission will introduce strong rules to protect staff rights and enforce accountability, rather than only focusing on institutional standards. The future of this bill will depend on how Parliament debates it and how the government addresses concerns raised by educators and stakeholders. If implemented carefully, HECI could become one of the most significant educational reforms in independent India, potentially transforming the higher education system into one that is modern, efficient, and globally competitive. At a time when Indian students aspire to build careers both in India and abroad, and when global rankings determine international respect for universities, this reform could play a crucial role in shaping the educational future of millions of students. As the winter session begins and discussions start, all eyes will be on how lawmakers respond and what final say the HECI bill takes before being approved. For now, students, teachers, and educational institutions across the country are waiting to see whether the promise of simpler governance, better quality, and stronger academic standards become a reality or remains another proposal on paper. This is Amit Kashyap, and you are watching Beyond Headlines. Thank you for joining me. Stay informed, stay aware, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.